Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Let's see, what should we do today? Let's start accessing the cave and let's see how far we can get. As you can see, oh, that wasn't very far. As you can see, my gems are depleting. I am at 734. I am not wasting any more gems trying to speed up these epics or O'Reilly. Actually, I haven't spent any gems in the O'Reilly quest. I failed in the Pier Side event, so I unfortunately wasn't able to get her. I think the dungeon is still there, still taunting me about how I wasn't able to get her. I have debated, let me click on unlock. I have debated maybe using the lucky chest, but I'm like, okay, best case scenario, I get 30 cells, and 20 cells, and I get my 80. That will cost 150 gems, and I'm thinking 150 gems, that would be awesome. That would be best case scenario. Well, best case scenario would be 90 cells, but you get the idea. With 150, I could craft her. Worst case scenario, I get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. 16 times I would have to purchase the chest. 16 times 50 gems, that's 800 gems. Now, if we're being completely honest, that probably wouldn't happen. I would probably average like 15 cells in total. So I'm looking between buying the chest anywhere from 4 to 5 times. So anywhere from 200 to 250 gems. But I still don't want to invest that much amount, especially because it's not guaranteed. Because maybe I am extremely unlucky and I get 5, 5, and 5, and 5, and that's already 20 cells for 200 gems, and I'm like, forget this, I give up. So I'm not going to bother, and I don't spend money on the game, so I'm not spending $5 for this just to get the key. So it is what it is. I'm just going to have to wait for the monster to get released previously, and I'm honestly not that upset about not getting Pier Side anymore, because the current maze we have going on, the Chaos Fortress maze, I'm more interested in these two monsters. So even if I did get Pier Side, I would probably not even rank her up or anything. I'd be too invested in getting these two monsters. What I am wondering is when Soldier Point is going to release the new book, and maybe when they release the new book, if that's going to influence who I get in the Chaos Fortress maze. Because maybe I want to go for Huguai, but Volthar is more important because it allows me to complete the page, which gives me cells for the next monster. So I don't know. We'll find out whenever that happens. Let's see what else is going on in the Monster Legends world. Oh, Team Battlegrounds. So we got first, and what I like about this is the 1500 war medals and 300 orbs. But the 1500 war medals, considering if we click on the team shop, considering that personally, in my personal opinion, the best thing to buy are the category chests that only cost 1.8. If you successfully win a team battleground, which they're not that much hard work anymore, you are 300 war medals from getting the chest. And if you win a team wars and get around 300 war medals, if you win 2 team wars, you'll get around 300 war medals. You pretty much have a chest, so you have like 16. Yeah, you're gonna have 16 relics, or is it, how many relics is it? 16, 20? I think it's 16 with a guaranteed 2 gold, right? Here, let me find out. Yeah, 16 masked relics, at least 2 of them are gold or diamond. So that's honestly pretty cool. So I guess I'll just talk about my thoughts on Team Battlegrounds, and I wish I could have had some background footage of it, but I just didn't record any. Basically, they changed it up to where now every team member can place 5 defenses and do 5 attacks. Okay, so it's kind of easier in the sense that you don't need to exhaust your whole roster of monsters. You don't need to spend time putting relics on these monsters you'll normally never use, or giving all of your monsters level 3 runes or competitive runes so that they can actually be useful in defense as well as offense. So that's kind of nice. At the same time, one of the strategies I used to employ all the time when it was a super tough base is I would use like throwaway monsters that were meant to lose but reduces the enemy's stamina. For example, if I had trouble killing a Thalassa, well, I would set a team with life runes where Thalassa and her teammates would use up their stamina to attack my monsters. Then I would bring in a real team, and then I could take down the hard base. I can't really do that anymore because I'm limited to only 5 attacks. So it kind of reminds me of Team Wars, except instead of just placing 1 defense, you have 5 unique defenses in 5 different territories. Okay? And in total, I think every territory could hold 15 defenses. And one important thing is that they took out the individual rewards, and they did that because with the new style, it's a lot easier to tie. So like it's very possible that 2 players or 3 or 4 or 5 get first place. So I'm assuming that's why they did it. Let's see what else changed. The minimum amount of points you need to qualify, that increased. And here, let me just do auto dungeon so it's not too boring. So I think you needed 800 points to qualify. So if you only set defense, that would be 750. Okay? So if you only set defense and you didn't win a battle, you wouldn't qualify. If you successfully win a battle, you would get 100 coins, or you would get 100 points, thus putting you over the minimum amount you needed. So if you only set defenses, there's a chance you wouldn't qualify. Another way to get points is if the enemy attacked your base and lost, you would get 50 points, which would put you at the 800 mark. So you had to actually strategize and be careful with this. If you had a player that attacked too many people, you could have forced your teammates in a situation where they won't qualify because you used too many attacks. And if a player chose not to put monsters on defense, they wouldn't be able to qualify. If a player only attacked, if they used up their 5 attacks, they would get 500 points. But keep in mind, you need 800 to qualify. So a player would need to set at least 3 defenses and use all 5 attacks. So that's something important to keep in mind for future wars or for future team battlegrounds, assuming they keep it like that. And so what do you guys think about it? Did you like the new changes? Do you like the old changes? I will say that, they also reduced the amount of defense. Defense used to take 48 hours. Now it's only 24 hours. And I think that's fine. I think most players set their defenses within the first day, or they would wait till the last few minutes. Like, I would always wait till the last few minutes. I would give my teammates a chance to set up defenses, and then I would pretty much occupy the spots that I felt still needed defenses. In terms of the rewards, like I already said, I actually do enjoy them. If you manage to get the third tier reward, even if you lose, you get 1,000 war medals. So winning, you get an extra 500, losing, you get 1,000. That's awesome. So it's just about making it to tier 3, and no matter what, like, everyone's a winner, assuming the whole team qualifies. So I don't mind about that. From what I saw in both of my teams, and I think what will always be the problem with Team Battlegrounds is that I think they were unfair. I think on both of my accounts, I don't think the other 2 teams hit the tier 3 reward. I don't even know if they hit the tier 2 reward. I think on my main account, on Armor Gaming Alliance, I don't think they were able to bypass our first 2 defenses. So unfortunately, I don't even know I think they qualified for tier 1, but not for tier 2 or 3. So that sucks on them. They didn't get war medals. And that's always going to be the problem. That's always one of the biggest problems in the game. When you get a mismatch, when you get teams that are just on completely different leagues, it's unfortunate because one of the teams is going to decimate them, and it's not going to be really fun. The best experience, in my opinion, has been when the teams are just toe-to-toe, neck-to-neck, when literally if one player messes up, that can cost them the whole game. That's the most fun. That's when you guys really have to communicate as a team, talk strategy, who's attacking what, are you sure you can attack, what monster do you have, what relics do you have, what runes do you have. So unless Social Point can figure out the best way to do that, these events will always kind of be unfair. Now, one solution could always be to just do scaled events or capped events, you know, like what we've seen with the friendly battles. What if we do a team battlegrounds where every player has a level 100 monster and level 5 runes? You know, level 10 relics, something like that. That way, it doesn't matter if you're playing a super, like, the #1 team in the world, like, at least it's still within the same level. Like, that's really the only way I can see that it's fair or consistent across the board. Going back to the team we fought, again, I don't know whether it was a mismatch. Based on the points, it looks like a mismatch, but maybe we just had a better strategy, or maybe it was a complete mismatch, so it's hard to really know. And let's see what else. I think I didn't really pay too much attention. That's actually one thing I enjoyed about the team battleground. I set my defenses, I did 1 attack, and when I went back to the game, the whole enemy base was decimated, so I really couldn't do anything else. I'm pretty sure the relics still got locked and everything still got locked. So the only thing that's annoying for me is when you give relics to monsters, specifically for team battlegrounds, at the end of the day, you have to go through all of your monsters and you have to remove relics. So that's why some of my monsters have the relics they have, and it's a little annoying. I really wish at the end of Battlegrounds there could be an option to, like, everything you equipped on Team Battlegrounds, if there was just an option to remove everything, that would be extremely nice, because now I have to go through all of my monsters and remove everything, which is just a little annoying. See, like, I never used Frostbite for Team Battleground. I did, so he has these relics. So, Social Point, I would really love an option to just remove all relics or remove everything from Team Battlegrounds. Or maybe, like, you know how we have, here, let me see. Well, maybe, I don't know how much trouble that would be. You know how we have a specific skill set for the tournament style friendly battles and for non-tournament style? Maybe if we can have a version of that just exclusively for Battleground, especially if it's going to be done more often, that would be nice. But yeah, it's just a hassle going through everything and having to remove it over and over. Sammy, I think he's got, no, let me just remove everything. And so that's just, one of my gripes, but that's a minor gripe. Overall, Team Battlegrounds, I don't really have too much of an opinion on it, so I'm more eager to hear your guys' experience on it. I know some teams qualified but weren't able to play, so if you were able to play, let me know what you thought about it. Did you enjoy it more than the previous times, or were you still not a big fan of the Team Battlegrounds? More importantly, instead of just complaining about it, what are some solutions? What are some things you think Social Point can do differently so that they actually make Team Battleground more enjoyable? Because I think if done correctly, it could be one of the better events in the game. And actually, don't forget, there is a survey when you log into the game to give your feedback on the Team Battlegrounds. I'm not sure where it is. I'm trying to see if it's here on the side. I don't see it. But yeah, there is definitely an option. It might be over here. There's definitely an option for you to give feedback. So make sure to utilize that and give some feedback. Yeah, Team Battleground survey. Thanks for helping us test the improvements in Team Battlegrounds. Could you please share your feedback? Make sure to do that, because if you want, you know, if you do want Social Point to listen and make changes that'll benefit players, you need to let them know. You can't just complain about it on Facebook and let them know what a bad job they're doing. You have to take the survey and you have to let them know what can be done differently to make the event more enjoyable. And with that said, let's see. Like I said, O'Reilly, I don't care for him anymore. I'm going to participate in the maze event. We have the legendary overlords, which I'm just going to try to make it to the second chest for that level 8 rune. And I'm going to do that just by ranking up monsters. So if I go to rank up, as you can see, I'm ranking up literally whoever I have, I'm going to be ranking up. I think as soon as these epics are done, I'm going to be breeding Thunder Eagles. And on the side, like 2 hatcheries, that's when I'll be doing legendaries. Because I have 7 days to reach the second chest. I think that's easy enough to do. So I'm definitely going to be working on that. But I think with that being said, that is going to be it for this video. Let me see if I can do a final attack on War. I don't think I can. Nope, I still think I need 1 more hour before my A team resets, 34 minutes. So no attacking for me just yet. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. It was like a little, I guess it was more of a Team Battlegrounds video, so that'll be the title of this, something around Team Battlegrounds. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all next time.